Good morning, dear students. Welcome to another English language program intended for the students who are getting ready for the GCE ordinary level examination. Now children, we have been discussing the past questions in the paper for the past 2 weeks, and we have been discussing test number 1 and test number 2. So today we will be discussing test number 3. දරුවනේ ඔබ අපව අපිත් සමග සම්බන්ධ වුණා නම් දැන් දන්නවා අපි ඉංග්‍රීසි ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයේ පළමු හා දෙවන ප්‍රශ්න දෙක සාකච්ඡා කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අද අපි තුන්වෙනි ප්‍රශ්නය තමයි සාකච්ඡා කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. So we have here Mrs. Indira Ratnayaka of Sirimao Bandaranaike Vidyalaya and Tiranya Veerakoon, a student of Sirimao Bandaranaike Vidyalaya, to assist us. Yes, Indira. Now, can you just tell me what sort of questions do they include in this test type 3?
Yes, thank you Nirmala for giving me this opportunity. So, actually this question basically deals with writing part. So, we have this test number 3, we have different styles in writing and different techniques. Take an example like there can be guided writing questions, there can be parallel writing questions, and it can be just picture description. So you can, it's kind of free writing. So likewise this test number 3 basically assess the student's ability in writing.
Yes, but the styles are different, the techniques are different.
Yes.
දරුවනේ මේ අපි දැන් මෙච්චර කතා කරනකොට අපි දැන් කියන්නේ මේ ටෙස්ට් ටයිප්ස් අපි රයිටින් තමයි චෙක් කරන්නේ. හැබැයි ඒක විවිධාකාර විදිහට වෙනස් වෙනවා ඒ ටෙස්ට් වර්ග තුන. අපි දැන් බලනකොට 2010 මේ ගයිඩඩ් රයිටින්ම තමයි. හැබැයි ඒක වෙනස් ආකාරයෙන් ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තියෙනවා. සමහර වෙලාවට පික්චර් එකක් දීලා ඒක ලියන්න තියෙනවා. අද අපි ඒ වෙනස ගැන තමයි ඔබලාට කතා කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. Yes, Indira, let us continue.
Yes, so we thought I thought that it's better if we start with the immediate paper. So we'll look into year 2013 paper. So this is a question based on some pictures. So if you take a look at the slides, you will be able to see it. The question reads as this: the following pictures show what Ruan did last Saturday. Write a sentence about each picture. Use words given below the picture. Each sentence must have at least 5 words. So there are, I mean, not single instructions.
Yes.
There
So
are
you have
lots
to
of
carefully
very
go through
careful
the
about
instructions.
this particular instructions. You have to read very carefully, Putala. The following picture show what Ruan did last Saturday. They're making up a විස්තරයක් දෙනවා.
We know it's past tense.
Past
what
tense.
he did last
Yes.
Saturday.
So you have to think about the tenses here. Last Saturday means definitely you have to go in past tense. So write a sentence about each picture. Now remember the instructions should be very precise, these instructions. You have to write only one sentence and use words given below the picture and you have to use the particular words given.
This is a different type of picture description. Normally they are free to look at the picture and describe, but this time they have given
some
words.
particular words
Yes.
that you have
So
to,
you have to be very particular.
Very particular. So, and remember, and finally they have said each sentence must have at least 5 words. So when you write this particular sentence, at least aduma tarame, you have to have 5 words. So likewise there are set of instructions given where the student has to be very careful. Yes. Isn't it, Nirmala?
Yes, yes.
So we'll go to the pictures now. Yes, so this is exactly the pictures given in the paper we have taken here, and the first one is done for you. When you write the sentences, you can see the first sentence has
Shall we read the words underneath the pictures?
Yes.
පුතාලා අපි දැන් බලමු මේ පින්තූර යට ලියලා තියෙන වාක්‍ය මොනවද වචන මොනවද කියලා. පුතා Can you help us? First picture,
Arranged morning.
arrange, morning. Yes. Next picture,
Plant garden.
yes,
Clean sister.
yes.
Play evening. The next one is water afternoon. And
Bathe,
well.
Right. So the first picture gives us the two words arrange and morning.
Morning. So shall we go to the sentences? So this is the first sentence. It has given to you. So usually you get the first one done for you. So this is the given sentence. He arranged his bed in the morning. So you have to, I hope you can remember, we said that these particular sentences should come in past tense.
Yes.
So he arranged his bed in the morning.
Now, actually, you have to take the first sentence as the example. So, example is written in past tense. He arranged his bed in the morning. Now, you can see there are more than 5 words there. A person is there, and what he has done, and the time also mentioned. So then you have to know, you have to follow the same sort of sentences when you are answering this. Yes. What does the second picture say, Tiranya?
it shows a boy is planting.
Yes, plant and garden are the two
Garden.
words. Yes.
Yes. So Tiranya, can you make a sentence, make the sentence and tell us, please?
He planted a tree in the garden.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, a very simple sentence. He planted a tree in the garden. Yes, the next two words given. Yes, Hiranya?
Clean and sister.
Yes, clean and sister. You can see two, a boy and a girl, and they are cleaning also. Yes, yes.
The next sentence can be given as he cleaned the garden with his sister.
Yes, exactly. So we can accept this as a correct answer. He cleaned the garden with his sister.
Because he has to use the word sister and clean, as well.
So the next picture gives the two words play and evening. So we have to make a sentence using these two words. Yes, Tiranya?
He played in the evening.
Yes, you can say he played in the evening, or else there's
You
small
can straight away, you can use the name.
Name.
Ruan played in the evening. Or, because we have used Ruan before, you can just write he played in the evening. Yes.
And the next picture, what are the two words given, Tiranya?
Water and afternoon.
Yes, what an afternoon. So how can you make the sentence out of these two words? Can you do it?
He watered the plants.
He watered the plants in the afternoon.
Yes, he watered the plants in the afternoon. And finally, bathe well. We can write this particular sentence in two types. So I think I will help you there. You can either say he had a bath at the well, or else you just can simply say he bathed at the well. He bathed at the well. So either way you can write these two the sentence.
Right. So let us look at the pictures once again. Yes, arrange morning. So what is the sentence given, Hiranya?
He arranged his bed in the morning.
Right. Second two words are plant and garden.
He planted a tree in the garden.
Yes. Next one, clean sister.
He cleaned the garden with his sister.
Yes, and the other two words are play and evening. So we said that we can
There are two ways.
two ways, yes. Either you can say Ruan played in the evening, or we can say he played in the evening. Or else we can see some other children
Some children, yes.
So we can even, or else we can say Ruan played with his friends in the evening. So likewise, you have to be very careful, like you have to look at the picture properly and describe and build up your sentence.
Yes. Now, I think you all have understood what to do. The important thing is you have to follow instructions. You have to write, you have to take example as the guide, and then you have to write 5 simple sentences at least with 5 words. Right. So let us move on to another type of question type.
Yes, Nirmala. So I thought we will go to the 2012 paper. So now already we have discussed test number 3 in 2013 paper. So we'll move on to 2012 test number 3 in the first paper. Yes. So this is about, actually you have to read the description about Mr. Siripala and write a similar description about Miss Rani. Use the information given in the table and write 5 sentences. So again, there are several instructions given here. You have to read about Mr. Siripala and you have to write about Miss Rani. And you have to read and use the information given in the table and write how many sentences, Tiranya? 5 sentences. Yes. And this is actually the objective is this particular question is assessing the ability to write a paragraph using the given information. So we are like testing the students' ability in writing, actually the paragraph writing. So the technique we are using here is paralleled writing.
දරුවනේ අපි මෙතනදී ඔබලාගේ පරීක්ෂා කරලා බලන්නේ අපි එක ටෙස්ට් එකක් දීලා ඒ හා සමානව කොහොමද අපි තව පැරග්‍රාෆ් එකක් ලියන්නේ. අපි ඒකට කියනවා guided writing කියලා. අපි ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඕන අවශ්‍ය කරුණු ටික දීලා තිනවා. ඔබ ඒ ආශ්‍රයෙන් නැවත තව පැරග්‍රාෆ් එකක් ලිවීම තමයි මෙතනදී අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. So let us look at the chart now, the information given.
Yes. So you can see the chart now. So it has been divided into name, job, workplace, hometown. I hope you can understand hometown. Hometown means what is it, Tiranya? Hometown api samanyen pavichchi karane.
Place where you live.
Yes, place where you live. And transport.
How you come to
Yes, how you come to your workplace or anywhere, working hours and interests. So we are given 2 people, one is Mr. Siripala and the other one is Miss Rani. So in the chart, Mr. Siripala, the job clerk, workplace, office in Borella, hometown, Gampaha, transport, train, working hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Interests, traveling, meeting people. So now as in the instructions, we are already given a paragraph about Mr. Siripala. So shall we move on to that paragraph and have a look first? Yes, I think you can see it now on the screen. Yes, can you please read it for us, Tiranya?
Mr. Siripala is a clerk who works in an office in Borella. His hometown is Gampaha. He comes to office by train. He usually works from 9 to 5. He says he enjoys traveling and meeting people.
Yes, thank you. Now this is already given. Mr. Siripala is a clerk who works in an office in Borella. So Mr. Siripala is working in Borella and he is a clerk. His hometown is Gampaha. He is from Gampaha. He comes to office by train. He usually works from 9 to 5. He says he enjoys traveling and meeting people.
I think almost all the information is included there.
Yes, the chart, when you look at the chart, you can see all the information given in the chart are included here. So now what is our task, Tiranya?
To take all the information to paraphrase and write it.
Write
in a
about another person.
About another person, Miss Rani.
Yes, so exactly. So now children, you have to look at this given paragraph and you have to look at the information given in the chart and you have to write again about Miss Rani. That is, in very simple English, that is what you have to do. So, Tiranya, shall we write the first sentence about Miss Rani?
Miss Rani is a teacher who works in a school in Kandy.
Yes, Nirmala. I think when you look at
to show the slide
chart,
first.
Chart
Yes.
again. Yes.
Shall we move on to the slide again? Right. Read the second part. Yes, Hiranya?
Yes.
Miss Rani.
Miss
Miss
Rani.
Rani
Job?
is a teacher
Yes.
who
Workplace.
Workplace
works
is
in school in Kandy.
Hometown.
Hometown is Hatton.
Transport.
She comes to school by bus,
Working hours.
7:30 to 1:30.
Interests.
She enjoys helping her pupils.
Right. So, teacher, school in Kandy, Hatton, bus, 7:30 to 1:30, helping her pupils. So, you have to use these information in a paragraph.
Yes. Now we'll move on to the first sentence again. Now I think you have a clear picture what you have to write. So as Tiranya said, the first sentence can be, yes, Miss Rani is a teacher who works in a school in Kandy.
Now, in the previous one, Mr. Siripala is a clerk who works in an office in Borella. See, the same structure is followed.
Yes, that's why we call it parallel
Yes.
writing. Yes, second sentence. What can we tell about her hometown, Tiranya?
Her hometown is Hatton.
Yes, her hometown is Hatton. Next sentence, how she comes to school?
She comes to school by bus.
Good. Then what are her working hours?
She usually works from 7:30 to 1:30.
Yes. And finally, what the things that she enjoys?
She says she enjoys helping her pupils.
Yes. So this is the particular paragraph we are expecting from our students, isn't it, Nirmala?
Yes. In very simple language.
Yes.
All the information is included.
Included, and you are given the paragraph
A
and
similar paragraph.
similar paragraph, and you have to follow the same pattern and write it again. So shall we look at the paragraph again about Miss Rani? Yes. Miss Rani is a teacher who works in a school in Kandy. Now when you write these paragraphs, children, you have to be very careful about your punctuation marks. I have to remember the capital letters, simple letters. Now we are dealing with names, Miss Rani. So when you start a name, remember always you have to write the name's first letter in a capital letter. So these things may sound very simple and tiny, but it may cost your marks because you are given 5 marks for this particular question. If you want to get the full 5 marks, you have to be very careful about the punctuation marks as well. So we'll read the text again. Miss Rani is a teacher who works in a school in Kandy. Her hometown is Hatton. Again, when you are writing about the name of a place, Hatton, the word should start with a capital letter. She comes to school by bus. She usually works from 7:30 to 1:30. She says she enjoys helping her students.
Right. I think you have understood these two test types. Now let us take another test type, actually the same test 3, but this time we will be taking the 2010 test item. Yes, Indira?
Yes. Now we will be moving on to 2010 test number 3 again. More or less, Nirmala, this is same, but there's a there's a difference, right? But anyway, first we'll go to the question, right?
Yes.
Yes. Tiranya, can you please read the instructions given?
Write a paragraph of 5 sentences about Ravi Raj.
Follow the
example.
Yes. Now this is again a chart is given and
a description is given as well.
Yes, there's a description given. Now remember, as soon as you look at the description, it is given about Sujata Pereira. So you have to look at Sujata Pereira's description and write about Ravi Raj. So in the excitement of the exam, sometimes you may make very simple mistakes, isn't it, Nirmala?
Yes. They will refer to Sujata Pereira's information and write about Ravi Raj sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. So we'll read about Sujata Pereira. But yes, Sujata Pereira is a Sri Lankan. She lives with her family in the southern part of Sri Lanka. She is an undergraduate at the University of Ruhuna. Her favorite subject is history. Her hobby is visiting ancient ruins. Yes, Tiranya, can you read about Sujata Pereira again for our students to listen?
Sujata Pereira is a Sri Lankan. She lives with her family in the southern part of Sri Lanka. She is an undergraduate at the University of Ruhuna. Her favorite subject is history. Her hobby is visiting ancient ruins.
Yes.
Shall we look at the chart?
Yes.
How the information is given. Yes. Now look at this chart and the country of Sujata Pereira, Sri Lanka, South. Lives with family. Studies at University of Ruhuna. Favorite subject, history. Hobbies, visiting ancient ruins. So using those information, the example is given about Sujata Pereira. Sujata Pereira is a Sri Lankan. She lives with her family in the southern part of Sri Lanka. She is an undergraduate at the University of Ruhuna. Her favorite subject is history. Her hobby is visiting ancient ruins. All the information here is reproduced as a paragraph. දරුවනේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පේනවා ඇති මේ තියෙන information අරගෙන ඒ paragraph එක ලියලා තියෙනවා කියලා. දැන් අපිට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ ඒ වගේම paragraph එකක් ලියන්න ඕනේ රවි රාජ් ගැන කියලා තියෙන information බලලා. Yes. Shall we move on to the chart once again to see the information? Right. Yes, Hiranya, can you just read the information about Ravi Raj?
Yes, Ravi Raj's country, Tiranya.
The country is India, in North
India.
Lives with grandparents. He studies at University of Delhi. Favorite subject is mathematics. Hobbies are traveling with friends.
Yes. So now, Nirmala, I want to mention something. Now, when you look at Sujata Pereira's information chart, the country is Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Look at the sentence written.
She is a Sri Lankan. Yes. But Ravi Raj is an Indian.
India.
Then you have to use an, the article an, because it's India.
India.
Indian and Indian. So that is one place that where you would go wrong.
Even when you mention about now Sri Lankan, Indian,
Yes.
so you by now you should know how you write these particular sentences. So you have to be very careful, Putte and Due, when you write this particular paragraph. So shall we try to write about Raviraj Tiranya? Yes. Can you write the first sentence, please? Can you tell me us the first sentence?
Raviraj is an Indian.
Yes, there you have to remember Raviraj is an Indian.
I capital.
I capital.
Yes.
These things are very important, though you might not think, oh no, it's not a big deal, but remember you may lose marks if you don't use the article an and if you don't write the Indian I capital. Yes. Shall we move on to the next sentence, please?
He lives with his grandparents in the northern part of India.
Yes.
Now the word actually it's north is given.
Yes.
And the previous one is south. Then you have to take the example. She lives with her family in the southern part of Sri Lanka. So similarly, north should be northern part.
Yes. Now, though you think this is very easy, you have to use your brain and use your knowledge when you write this particular kind of sentences. So this type of sentences can be produced if you practice your English.
Definitely.
Right.
Yes. Yes. The next EQ is University of Delhi, where she studies. Yes, Tiranya?
He is an undergraduate at the University of Delhi.
Right. The next one, the favorite subject.
His favorite subject is mathematics.
Yes. Hobbies.
His hobby is traveling with friends.
Right. So let us read the whole paragraph once again.
Yes.
Tiranya?
Ravi Raj is an Indian. He lives with his grandparents in the northern part of India. He is an undergraduate at the University of Delhi. His favorite subject is mathematics. His hobby is traveling with his friends.
Yes. So this is about Ravi Raj, and we have checked about, we have already given, we were given a sentence about this particular lady Sujata Pereira, and you have to refer to that paragraph and write about Ravi Raj. So there was some...
There are certain things that you have to be very careful.
Yes, I will give the chance to Nirmala to explain that.
Something like now this, an Indian and a Sri Lankan, there the article has to be included. And sometimes now you will get confused because normally what you do is you follow the example and write. So here she lives, and sometimes you may continue with she with this Ravi Raj as well, right? So you have to be very careful. Ravi Raj is a boy, so you have to use he, right? And sometimes I can remember there was another question like that. I was there, and you had to transfer the information as he. Then again, you know, the singular plural, that problem is there. So like that you have to be very careful. දරුවනේ අපි මේ සමහර තැන් තියෙනවා මේ වගේ අපිට මේක ලේසි කියලා හිතෙන අතර මේ ඒ විදිහම එකක් ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් උත් දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වුණාට අපිට පරිස්සම් වෙන්න ඕන තැන් ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ වගේ ඒවා හුරු වෙන්න පුළුවන් තරම් ඕගොල්ලෝ කරන්න මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍ර හොයාගෙන කරන්න. Miss Indra, shall we move on to another question?
Yes, now as we have already discussed the same type of questions, I thought we'd better move on to another type of writing based question which was given in 2011. Nirmala, so this is 2011 O-level question paper we have here. So if we move on to the slide, we can have a look. So what is it? It is very simple. Yes, Tiranya, can you read what is it in the given on the top of the picture?
Write 5 sentences about the picture.
Yes. There's nothing else given. What do you have to do? The picture is given and you have to write 5 sentences about this particular picture. So before we discuss this particular picture, I would like to tell you, my dear students, the objective of this particular question. The objective of this particular question is to assess the ability to write a few sentences describing the given picture. That means we are going to assess. අපි ඔබගේ හැකියාව මැන බලන්න තමයි යන්නේ ඔබට දීලා තියෙන පින්තූරයක් හා සම්බන්ධව සරල වාක්‍ය කිහිපයක් ගොඩනගා ගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියන එක. එහෙම නේද මිස් නිර්මලා?
ඒ වගේම මේක එච්චරම ඩිස්ක්‍රිප්ටිව් පික්චර් එකකුත් නෙමෙයි. හරීම බොහොම ටිකයි අපිට මේක ලියන්න තියෙන්නේ. එතන you can see 2 people sitting and 2 bags are there and a monkey there, right? So not very much detail.
Detailed picture, yes. Actually, so this is a writing based on a given picture. So shall we try to write a sentence, Tiranya? When you look at the picture, can you tell something about the 2 men?
There are 2 men sitting under a tree.
Yes, a very simple sentence. There are 2 men sitting under a tree.
Yes, I hope all our students can see that as well. So how many men are there? 2 men. So you are constructing the sentence in a very simple manner. There are 2 men sitting under a tree. So what are they doing, Tiranya? What can you see? Anything about what they are doing there?
Both of them have fallen asleep.
Okay. So how can we write a correct sentence? Yes? What are they doing?
There are 2 ways you can tell the same idea.
Sentence. Yes.
Both of them have fallen asleep, or
both of them are sleeping.
Yes, very simply you can say both of them are sleeping. Yes. Now there are 2 men, so you have to tell when you are referring to those people the side that they are sitting. Yes, Tiranya, can you just refer to the sides those 2 people are sitting and make a sentence?
The man on the left has a bag beside him filled with balls.
Either balls or it can be berries.
Berries even. Because when you are referring, yes, it is a very good sentence, because she has combined about the picture of the bags as well and what it contains. So the third sentence actually Tiranya said, try to build up was, the man on the left has a bag beside him. I hope everybody can see that. Filled and a comma, you have to put a comma, filled with balls. I can't say it's, I don't know, it looks like balls. Or else we can say berries, yes. Even Nirmala, right?
Something, yes.
Tiny thing, yes. Even marbles.
Marbles.
So it depends on your vocabulary power, yes. How you are going to refer to it. And what can you say about the man on
the other person, the one who is sitting on the right side?
The man on the right has an empty bag beside him.
Yes, I hope all of you can see, my dear children, the man on the right, he is not having anything in his bag, so we can simply say the man on the right has an empty bag beside him. And Tiranya, there's an animal also in the picture. So what can you say about the animal?
I think, madam, it's a monkey.
Okay.
It's a monkey for sure. A monkey hanging from the tree is trying to pick the balls.
Yes. Actually, when you look at the picture, you can see the monkey is hanging from the tree. And he's, yes, Tiranya is correct.
Yes, trying to pick something from the bag.
Something from the bag. So we can say, a monkey hanging from the tree is trying to pick the balls or berries. From which side bag is that monkey is trying to pick the balls?
It is from the left side of the bag.
left side.
From the left side basket.
From
There
the
are two
left side
baskets.
basket.
Left side back. Yes.
Yes, so there you can see now she made that particular mistake,
Yes,
isn't it, Nirmala?
yes.
So even our students can do the same, not only the students who are here. Any student can do that mistake. Don't say off. It is, the bag is on the left side. So we say a monkey hanging from the tree is trying to pick the balls or the berries from the left side bag, not left side of the bag. So they are the meaning
is-
changes.
yes.
So you have to be very careful when you write this particular sentence.
So let us see the sentences. Yes, Tiranya, can you read the sentences?
There are two men sitting under a tree. Both of them are sleeping, or both of them have fallen asleep. The man on the left has a bag beside him filled with balls, either berries. The man on the right has an empty bag beside him. A monkey hanging from the tree is trying to pick the balls from the left side bag.
Yes, so left side basket. So we are referring to these particular things. Now that also kind of a practical mistake that the
Yes.
students can do, isn't it, Nirmala? Like they say in one sentence basket, and the other sentence they might refer to it as a bag.
Bag.
So my dear children, so you try to minimize this type of errors. So this is, you think this is very easy, but it is not that easy,
Easy.
isn't it, Nirmala?
Yes. Now children, now we have discussed 2013, 2012, 2011 and 2010 questions. But you have seen how different they are from each year. So you have to be careful, you have to practice more children. දැන් දරුවනේ ඔයගලන්ට තේරෙන්න ඇති මෙහෙම බලනකොට 2013 තියෙන්නේ වෙනදට පික්චර් ඩිස්ක්‍රිප්ෂන් එකේ පින්තූරයක් දීලා තමයි කැමති විදිහට සරල වාක්‍ය පහක් ලියන්න. හැබැයි මේ පාර 2013 O level ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයේ තිබ්බේ වචන දීලා. එතකොට ඔයගලන්ට ටිකක් අමාරු වෙනවා දරුවනේ. මොකද ඒ වචන වලින් පිටට යන්න බෑ. ඒ වගේම එක්සැම්පල් එකේ දීලා තියෙනවා past tense. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි ලියන්නේ picture description in present tense,
simple
simple
present.
present. But this time it's a past thing because what this boy had done. අපිට අන්න ඒ වගේ දරුවනේ අපිට වෙනස්කම් වලට අපි පුරුදු වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඊළඟට guided writing. අපි දීලා තියෙන පැරග්‍රාෆ් එක විදිහටම තව අලුතෙන් තව පැරග්‍රාෆ් එකක් ලියන්න ඕනේ දීලා තියෙන ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් අරගෙන. ඉතින් මේ වගේ දේවල් අපි තවත් ඔබට ඉදිරියට කරලා පෙන්නන්න සූදානම් වෙනවා. ඒ හින්දා ඔයගොල්ලන් ලෑස්ති වෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක නැවතත් මේ වගේ රැඳිලා තව වැඩසටහන් වලින් තව තවත් ඔබට පාඩම් කියලා දෙන්න අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. So dear students, we have come to the end of our program today. And if you have any problems, you can write to us through Rupawahini Corporation, Adhyapana Satkarya, and we will help you to practice more by giving you more exercises next day as well. Have a nice day.